السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. نحمده ونسبحه ونقدسه على آلائه ونعمائه، ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأن سيدنا محمدًا عبده ورسوله أرسله بالهدى ودين الحق ليظهره على الدين كله. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك وترحم على محمد وآل محمد كأفضل ما صليت وسلمت وباركت وترحمت على إبراهيم وآل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. وصل اللهم وسلم على جميع الأنبياء والمرسلين والأوصياء والصديقين وعترة نبيك الطيبين الطاهرين. عباد الله، أوصيكم وأوصي نفسي بتقوى الله ولزوم أمره. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وإذ قال ربك للملائكة إني جاعل في الأرض خليفة قالوا أتجعل فيها من يفسد فيها ويسفك الدماء ونحن نسبح بحمدك ونقدس لك قال إني أعلم ما لا تعلمون. صدق الله العلي العظيم. One of the fundamental principles of our Islamic faith is the freedom of opinion, the freedom of thought, the freedom of questioning and asking, and also the freedom of honest and constructive criticism. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala informed the angels that He's creating Adam and placing him on earth, many of them were debating with God and they were questioning Him and asking, as we read in the Quran. وَإِذْ قَالَ رَبُّكَ لِلْمَلَائِكَةِ إِنِّي جَاعِلٌ فِي الْأَرْضِ خَلِيفَةً قَالُوا, they said to the Lord, أَتَجْعَلُ فِيهَا, do you place someone on earth, مَنْ يُفْسِدُ فِيهَا, who is going to commit mischief, fasad, corruption, وَيَسْفِكُ الدِّمَاء وَنَحْنُ نُسَبِّحًا, people who are going to shed blood in the earth, وَنَحْنُ نُسَبِّحْ, while we are the one who sanctify you and worship you. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not silence them, did not say, you have no right to question me. I am the Lord, I am the creator, I am the commander. He gave them the freedom to ask. And He explained to them. And we learned this from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Whereas the shaitan, when the shaitan objected, shaitan, his intention were not good. He also asked it questions. He asked several questions and he debated and he argued with God on many occasions. But the difference between Satan and angels, their intention is good. Whereas Satan, his intention is evil and bad. The angels, they are worshippers, obedience. Satan is a disobedient of God. This is the difference. So we learn here that if God gives permission to people to inquire and ask Him about certain things, if they are not happy, then we, the people, we have to learn this from God. If members of my family, my friends, my community are unhappy with something, or they are questioning and inquiring, or even they are criticizing, but a constructive, I am going to say in the second sermon, the difference between constructive criticism and destructive criticism. There is a huge difference between them. We need to give answers in this case. We need to listen We need to listen to the criticism. If it is honest and constructive, then we need to listen. We should not get irritated or agitated or upset because someone has a suggestion. We cannot shut them off. One day a person comes to the Prophet and says to him, I have a questions. The Prophet says to him, Sal mustafsiran wa la tasal muta'annitan. If you have good questions, good inquiries, and you are asking to learn, to educate yourself, I'm here to spend all the time, the entire night with you here to answer your inquiries, your questions, if you are learning. But if you are here to argue with me, muta'annitan, to arrogantly argue with me and waste my time, I have no time for that. This is the difference. We have two types of questions. One of them, someone comes who wants to find the truth. He wants to have a good answer. He is inquiring about something that he doesn't know. He wants to learn. He wants to educate himself. This is mustafsir, an inquirer asking about the truth. But someone else comes to you argumentative. And God says in the Quran, وَكَانَ الْإِنسَانُ أَكْثَرَ شَيْءٍ جَدَلًا. Man is the most contentious of all beings. He's the most argumentative of all beings. Jadala. He wants to prove that he's a philosopher, he's Aristotle, he's a Plato, and he knows more than you. This is in the nature of some people. So this is the difference between a question which is legitimate, we must listen to it, we must have patience and answer it, and another question which is waste of time, we are getting nowhere. Stay away from that. Don't even listen, don't even answer. This is the difference. And then one of the characters of good believers is that when they get the answer, when they know the truth, they would accept it. They cannot continue debating and arguing. Listen to what Imam Ali al-Hadi alayhi salatu wasalam says in his hadith. He says, إِذَا أَرَادَ اللَّهُ بِعَبْدٍ خَيْرًا. If God intends goodness for his servant, إِذَا عُوتِبَ قَبِلْ. When he's being reminded, reprimanded, reproached, criticized, then he would accept. If that criticism is legitimate, is constructive, if that reminder is a good reminder, then he would say, yes, I would accept that. He would not reject it. Whereas someone who has sickness in his heart does not accept any criticism, does not accept any suggestion, does not accept any question. He shuts all the doors. وَإِذَا قِيلَ لَهُ اتَّقِ اللَّهِ أَخَذَتْهُ الْعِزَّةُ بِالْإِثْمِ. When he is being told to reverence God, vainglory is going to overtake him sinfully. Vainglory and pride and arrogance. He always considers himself to be right, and he shuts his ears and his eyes, and he doesn't want to listen to anyone, whether it is right or wrong. This is not good. We have to accept. When they show you the truth, say, yes, I was confused before, now I can see the result. I can see the truth. I can see the justice right before my eyes, so I admit and I accept. The difference between constructive criticism and destructive one. There is a huge difference. Constructive criticism aims to build the society, to reform things. When we have problems and someone comes and points out to this problem, to that problem in the society, in the street, in the community, in the school, in the hospital, in the mosque, in the family, they have suggestions. They intend to change things. They intend to reform things. Whereas destructive criticism aims to destroy things, not to build, to divide. This is one difference. The second, there is also a difference between nasiha and fadiha. Nasiha is an advice that comes from a sincere heart. You have a friend, you have a neighbor, you have a cousin who really loves you, who cares about you, and he's providing you with a nasiha, with an advice, admonishing you, because he seeks your goodness, he seeks your success. You have to accept. But on the other hand, there is someone who does not intend nasiha. He intends fadiha, to expose you, to destroy you. His intention is not that you become a good person. No, he doesn't care about that. All what he cares about is his ego. He's envious, he's jealous, he doesn't like you. So the way he addresses these things in a bad manner, in a provocative manner, this is fadiha, this is not nasiha. There is a difference between them. And we've been told that always, if you intend to advise, then advise privately. If something wrong with someone, go to him. من وعظ أخاه سرا فقد زانه ومن وعظه علانية فقد شانه يقول أمير المؤمنين عليه الصلاة والسلام. If you provide an advice, an admonishment, a good idea, a suggestion to your friend privately, you are adorning him, valuing him. Whereas if you provide it in public, you criticize him in public, you are destroying him, you are hurting him. Don't do that. If you want to be effective, tell your friend that I need to speak to you privately. And tell him, be honest with him, but not in public. The third difference is that sometimes there is a difference between tawdih and tajrih. Tawdih, when you clarify things. Tajrih is when you slander. You don't clarify. Your intention is to slander, to destroy, not to clarify. Not to clarify the truth. It's not about clarification. It's about destroying your rivals. You are rivaling with others. This is the difference. We have been admonished always and reminded that yes, we must adhere to al-amr bil-ma'ruf wal-nahy anil munkar, enjoining everything that is good, forbidding everything that is wrong. We must. This is our duty, moral duty. But the way we do it, we have to be very careful. I remember a story, goes back to 35 years ago. I was in one of the Arab countries, visiting that country. A mother came to me and she said, my daughter who's 15 or 16, she's too terrified to meet you. I said, why? She said, because you wear amama. I said, what's wrong with amama? She said, we went to a wedding a few months ago, and the Maulana came to perform the wedding, and my daughter it happened that she was standing there at the door. So when he saw her without hijab, he took his 8 years old or elderly man, he took his cane, asa, and he started hitting her on her head, telling her that you are fasiqa, this is haram, what you are doing. 8 years old, imagine. This is the accumulation of 8 years of service and the service of God. So he used his stick. From that moment, she does not like to see any Maulana in her life. She's petrified because she had terrible experience. This is not amr bil ma'ruf. This is not amr. This is not the way you advise people and you remind them and you teach them. This is not the way. Not the way of Ahlul Bayt alayhim as-salam. not the way of Imam Ali. There was a Khalifa in Islam who used to carry the stick. Go and check him out. Check out his name. He's a very popular Khalifa. And he ruled for 12 years. He would carry the stick and he goes to the market, and rather than using his tongue and his hadith, his beautiful speech, his advice, he would use his stick. This is his tradition, not the tradition of Ahlul Bayt. This is why we chose to follow Ahlul Bayt. The tradition of wisdom, the tradition of love, the tradition that is based on logic, on mercy, not on terrorizing people, intimidating people, disrespecting people. This is not the way we follow. We follow Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and his family, who attracted people to Islam and to God and to faith through manners, through akhlaq. وَإِنَّكَ لَعَلَى خُلُقٍ عَظِيمٍ. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. وصلى الله وسلم على سيدنا محمد وأهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. نحمده ونسبحه ونقدسه على آلائه ونعمائه، ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، إلها واحدا أحدا فردا صمدا قيوما. ونشهد أن سيدنا محمدا عبده ورسوله أرسله بالهدى ودين الحق ليظهره على الدين كله. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك وترحم على محمد وآل محمد كأفضل ما صليت وسلمت وباركت وترحمت على إبراهيم وآل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. وصل اللهم وسلم على خلفاء نبيك وأوصيائه وأهل بيته وأحبته، علي أمير المؤمنين وقائد الغر المحجلين، وعلى البضعة الطاهرة فاطمة الزهراء سيدة نساء العالمين، وعلى سبطي نبي الرحمة وسيدي شباب أهل الجنة الحسن والحسين عليهما السلام، وعلى علي بن الحسين ومحمد بن علي وجعفر بن محمد وموسى بن جعفر وعلي بن موسى ومحمد بن علي وعلي بن محمد والحسن بن علي والإمام الخلف الهادي المهدي عجل الله تعالى فرجه وسهل مخرجه وجعلنا من أنصاره وأعوانه. عباد الله، أوصيكم وأوصي نفسي بتقوى الله ولزوم أمره. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. لئن لم ينته المنافقون والذين في قلوبهم مرض والمرجفون في المدينة لنغرينك بهم ثم لا يجاورونك فيها إلا قليلا. صدق الله العلي العظيم. As I mentioned in the first sermon, there are two types of criticism. One is constructive and the second is destructive. The constructive one is very necessary for our development, for our growth, for our moral, mental, spiritual, social growth and development. We recognize when someone comes, an honest person, a trustworthy person, a person who loves you, not a person who hates you, not a person who has a problem with you, a person who really loves you and he wants to protect you and he intends goodness and success for you, and he's wise. When he comes with a suggestion, with a criticism, we have to accept. Don't get upset. Don't get upset. Don't turn against that person. Sometimes we do not dare to speak to some people. Though they are from head to bottom mistakes, we don't dare to talk to them. Because once you approach him, he turns against you. He makes it personal. He makes it personal. Whereas it is not personal. We have to be open for criticism. We have to be open for nasiha. Imam Ali alayhi salam says, أحب الناس إلي من أهدى إلي عيوبي. The closest person to me in the society is the one who gifts me. See, he says gift. Who is gifting me with nasiha. He shows me my deficiencies, my defects, my errors, my mistakes. Because he's an honest person. He loves me. He wants to protect me. We have to accept that. If I don't accept, I'm an arrogant person. I'm an arrogant person if I don't accept. Or if I get upset, I should be happy because there is someone monitoring me, someone who's wise, prudent, honest, good, faithful. He's monitoring me. And he's telling me what to say, what not to say, what to do, what not to do. We all need monitoring, my friends. We all need. We are not ma'sooms. We are not infallible. We are a human being. We have many weaknesses. So it's good if we have some friends around us, some mukhlaseen, sincere friends who come once in a while privately and they say, this was wrong. This saying was wrong. This speech was wrong. This act was wrong. This gesture was wrong. It's good. It's good. And we benefit from that. We thrive. This is the road to success. The road to success is not for people to always say, ahsant, ahsant, good, 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 good. No. Imam Ali alayhi salam says the true friend is not the one who keeps telling you good, 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 good. No. صديقك من صدقك لا من صدقك. Difference between صدقك and صدقك. صدقك means he's honest with you. He gives you the honest answer. صدقك, it means he always tells you good, 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 good. He endorses you no matter what you do. This is not good. This is not a true friend. This is not a true friend. A true friend, when you do good, he says this is good. When you do bad, he has the courage, the shaja'ah, to come and say this is bad. The second type is the destructive criticism, which is very negative, which is very divisive, destroys the society, destroys the relationships, especially when it aims to attack people who are doing good in the society, people who are unifying the society, people who are building. There are some people who don't like them and they go. And nowadays, it's very easy. In the past, 50 years ago, when you issue a statement, it takes you ages to get to 50 people around you, a statement. Nowadays, it takes you less than a second to get to 5 billion people around the world with a click of a button. And if Elon Musk is our leader, the leader of Twitter, فَعَلَى الْإِسْلَامِ السَّلَامِ. Imagine who's the one who's leading the social media in this world. What type of people who are leading the social media? Destructive criticism destroys and hurts and harms the entire society. And we should not allow it to happen. We should not allow that. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam suffered from this destructive criticism. And this is what God says in chapter 33. لَإِن لَمْ يَنْتَهِ الْمُنَافِقُونَ. In Medina, in the city of Medina, in his capital, there were munafiqeen, hypocrites, وَالَّذِينَ فِي قُلُوبِهِمْ مَرَض, and those who have sickness, moral sickness, psychological sickness in their heart, وَالْمُرْجِفُونَ فِي الْمَدِينَةِ. Murjifun, those who spread false rumors. Irjaf means false rumors. They spread. Their job is just to spread these false rumors. The Prophet suffered from that. And God says if they do not desist, these three groups, from spreading false rumors, لَنُخْرِجَنَّهُمْ. We will expel them from Medina. We will expel them. لَنُغْرِيَنَّكَ بِهِمْ. أحسنت. We will incite you against them to expel them from Medina. ثُمَّ لَا يُجَاوِرُونَكَ فِيهَا إِلَّا قَلِيلًا. Some people, their speciality is to spread rumors. And this is once we don't have anything to do. When you are not busy with good things, when you are not busy during the day and the night, what do? You take this out. You take this out, and what is the average screen time nowadays? Not just for the youth, for the adult too. Even old women in their 90s, mashallah, they have Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and whatever. I thought this is for the young ones, but when I read the survey, no, even old people, they have it. They have nothing. And this is the best way of spreading rumors in the society. It destroys, it hurts. We should be smart, we should be intelligent, we should revere God, we should observe God. Anything that you send, anything you're going to send, you have to be careful before you send it. Very easy to spread a rumor within a few seconds in the society. False news, bad news. Don't contribute into that. Be smart. God says, فَتَبَيَّنُوا أَن تُصِيبُوا قَوْمًا بِجَهَالَةٍ. Be very careful so you do not hurt the society. One more thing, my friends, that when there is a criticism, there should be an answer with it, a good solution. I cannot come to you and throw criticism at you, criticize what you are doing without giving you an answer. Some people have suggestions, plenty of suggestions. Why don't you do this? Why don't you establish that? Why don't you? Where is the money? Are you giving money here? Are you contributing? Are you helping? Are you volunteering? We know all these things. We know them, believe me. We need someone to contribute, someone to come forward, someone to help, someone who comes up with a suggestion and say, I am behind it, I will back it, I will support it, I will finance it. Do this, and you find me there standing as a soldier. Where is it? Otherwise, talk is very cheap, available, mashallah. Talk is plenty of talk. But the amal is little. Amal, the action, is very little. So when we have a suggestion, when we have a criticism, we have to provide an answer. If you don't have an answer, if you have no contribution, don't give any criticism. Keep it for yourself. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide us always, guide us to the right path, to say the right things, to do the right things, to work for our akhirah, inshallah. Thursday, inshallah, we are commemorating the martyrdom of our sixth Imam, Al-Imam Ja'far ibn Muhammadin al-Sadiq alayhi salatu wassalam. And the youth are having their summer retreat in June, so encourage your young ones in your family to join them, inshallah, in this beautiful retreat that they're going to have. They've been having it for almost 22 years. And also they are having a trip to Ziyarah in November, inshallah, Thanksgiving, to Karbala and Najaf and Samarra and Kadhimain. So encourage them, and if you want to donate for that cause, some of them cannot afford, that would be a good cause. And also we lost a good member of our community, Haj Muhammad Yunus Usayli, yesterday. He passed away in Lebanon. The Usayli family are a very honorable family in this area. I have the honor, and we all have the honor of knowing many of them. They attend all our programs. We give condolences to Haj Hussein, Haj Ali, Haj Abbas and Haj Musa are not here. This is why I started with. And Ali Swaydan, and all families who are related to the Usayli family, for the departure of Haj Muhammad, who was a very good man, noble man, very learned man. He raised good family, and tomorrow is his memorial Fatiha ceremony at Haj Musa's house from 4 to 6, inshallah. The burial was today in the city of Yatir in southern Lebanon. So please, if you'd like to do Salatul Wahsha for him, that will be a great thawab for you and for him, inshallah. Last but not least, the Islamic school. The full-time Shia Muslim school in Orange County and in Irvine, inshallah, is becoming a reality soon. Tomorrow we are having a fundraiser, private fundraiser for the school. I mentioned earlier, the school is 4.5 million. Out of that, 3.5 we have raised so far. $3.5 million, alhamdulillah. So we are short of 1 million. If one of you can stand and say, Sayyid, I give you the 1 million, we give you discount Salatul Jum'ah. We do it fast. So we are inviting the mu'mineen and mu'minat, the faithful people, the committed people, the generous people, the kind, and many of you are so kind. Many of you donated for this cause so far. If you want to contribute more, inshallah, tomorrow you can approach me or approach one of the board members here, and we can give you the time and the address to attend, and inshallah raise the rest of the 1 million, because it's really important for us to get this building. The building is good building, 5 minutes from here, off Red Hill. And my friends, it's not easy to find a building in the city of Irvine which is suitable for a full-time school. It's not easy, believe me. It's not easy at all. This was a miracle, alhamdulillah, a gift from God. So we need to raise the rest of the money so we can begin, inshallah, the school as early as January 2024, inshallah. In 6 months from now, or 7 months, we can begin after renovating it and after getting the CUP, conditional use permit, from the city of Irvine. So pray for us, please, so we can get this building with your general contributions and general donation. Allahumma aghfir al-mu'minina wal-mu'minat والمسلمين والمسلمات الأحياء منهم والأموات تابع اللهم بيننا وبينهم بالخيرات إنك مجيب الدعوات إنك غافر الخطيئات إنك ماحي السيئات وجاعلها حسنات وعجل اللهم في فرج إمامنا صاحب العصر والزمان وإلى أرواح المؤمنين والمؤمنات وإلى روح المرحوم الحاج محمد يونس حسيلي. الفاتحة مع الصلاة على محمد.